Hi guys, welcome back to the latest video where we cover the brand new chapter of My Hero Academia, in this case chapter 295 that just got leaked. Without further ado, let's hop right in the video and discuss what happened in this chapter. So starting off in the chapter, we see Deku awaken and immediately he looks for Todoroki, given that Dabi had an explosion on him in the last chapter, and he thankfully finds Todoroki alive. Deku then goes on to mention that he feels a stabbing pain in his head, and he theorizes that it is the quirk of One For All's fourth predecessor, which is the ability to sense crises. And he says his body isn't well adapted to the influx of new quirks and he needs to train to be able to use them. This newly emerged quirk is adding to his immense injury, and he is on the verge of losing consciousness yet again. We then see Muriel come out and attack Mr. Compress to stop the villain escape, and Mr. Compress is surprised, given that he thought he had more time to escape. In an internal monologue, Mr. Compress mentions that the Nomu are moving based on Shigaraki's orders, and right now Shigaraki is in a dazed state, and once he gains full consciousness again, they can flip the situation to their favor. So he wants to buy time for Shigaraki and Spinner, and for Spinner to wake up Shigaraki from his dazed state. Right before Muriel was about to strike the villains again, Shigaraki awakens, and the Nomu begin to respond. Due to the force of Shigaraki awakening, Muriel, Best Jeanist, Ida, and Bakugo were blown away due to the sheer power of Tomura Shigaraki. To our surprise, although Shigaraki woke up, it was not him, but it was All For One. And All For One tells us that the anger from the League of Villains gave All For One power to take over. He then tells Tomura Shigaraki to go and increase his hatred yet again. Of course, the villain, he's just all around such a cool villain in the show. He's just continually so dark, and he just wants Tomura to become the embodiment of evil. I just think it's so cool. Anyways, Spinner begins to ask who he believes is Tomura about Mr. Compress, Gigantomachia, and Toga. But All For One tells him that Tomura lost a One For All in Endeavor, so All For One will compensate for that. Everything is for the sake of All For One at the end of the day. Deku begins to try to catch Shigaraki with his Black Whip quirk, and All For One tells him once Tomura's body is complete, they will meet again to settle things. Then All For One uses one of his many quirks to throw Deku back, and as Deku is thrown back, he tells him to wait, and he sees himself doing something he thought he never would. Despite what Tomura has done in the past, despite how unforgivable his acts should be, seeing Tomura being controlled by All For One to the extent that he is, Deku realizes something, and he realizes that Tomura is someone that he wants to save and believes he can save. Wow, what an anime protagonist part. Oh my gosh. Yeah, wow guys, what a chapter. So a lot happened, and it's not entirely what I expected. Given how much Mr. Compresses had like a big role within the last chapter, I thought the escape was going to be guaranteed by him. And not at all did I expect All For One to awaken at this time and enable their escape. It does indeed look like the villains are fully being able to escape due to All For One, and that Tomura will indeed need time for his body's power to fully awaken in order to fight against the heroes again. But hey, given that his body wasn't fully ready, he did a hell of a job fighting all of the pro heroes simultaneously and essentially bodying everyone except for a few. You know, of course, he couldn't body our boy Muriel. Yeah, but now what I worry about is the aftermath of all the events that kind of transpired during this arc, and I'm really curious how it's going to affect the society in the My Hero world as a whole. Will the faith in heroes be shaken? Will Dabi's goal be there? Will villains possibly be viewed as the good guys? You know, of course, maybe possibly not that, but you know, just the whole foundations of heroes being good, villains being bad. I feel like it's going to be a lot more gray now than it was previously as black and white, with the whole hero society being everything to the My Hero world. Well, guys, that was the end of the chapter, and I am so glad I can make this video right away. It's early in the morning for me, and you know, I got on right away, and I saw that the chapters had leaked. So you know, of course, I got to make a video. It's the time. Well, I really appreciate all the feedback I've been getting lately and everything, guys. So if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be out with more videos very soon.